They wronged you, and now they're paying the price. They thought they'd get away with it, that they could hurt you, betray you, disrespect you, and walk away without consequence. They assumed you'd stay silent, stay small, stay broken. They thought time would erase what they did, but they forgot one thing. Every action has a reaction. Every seed produces a harvest. And no matter how long it takes, life always comes full circle. They sowed harm, and now they're reaping the result. Not because you wished them harm, not because you tried to retaliate, but because justice is written into the fabric of this universe. And now, the energy they sent out is showing up right at their front door. They wronged you when all you did was care, when all you did was show up, when all you did was give. They mistook your loyalty for weakness, your kindness for naivety, your love for leverage. And instead of honoring you, they used you. Instead of standing by you, they turned on you. Instead of protecting your name, they dragged it. And now, they're the ones looking over their shoulder. They're the ones explaining themselves. They're the ones losing the very things they used to boast about. What they did to you wasn't just a moment. It was intentional. It was calculated. They knew better. And still, they chose to cross the line. They chose lies over truth. They chose betrayal over loyalty. They chose ego over love. But they didn't count on the aftermath. They didn't think the silence would speak louder than their schemes. They didn't think the spiritual realm would respond. They didn't think the energy would boomerang, but it did, and it is. And now they're paying the price. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to call them out. You don't have to prove a thing. Their actions are speaking for themselves. Life is handling what you no longer need to carry. That's the beauty of divine order. It handles what ego tries to fix. And while they might pretend nothing's wrong, while they try to keep up appearances, their world is unraveling. Things are slipping. Opportunities are disappearing. Connections are breaking. Peace is nowhere to be found. Because when you wrong someone with a pure heart, you disrupt your own destiny. And that's exactly what's happening now. They're feeling the weight of what they did. It might not look obvious. They might still smile, still post, still act like they're winning. But inside, there's a storm. There's guilt. There's anxiety. There's unrest. They try to distract themselves. But no distraction can silence the inner knowing that they messed up, that they touched the wrong one, that they played the wrong game, that they stepped out of line. And now the cost is high. They're losing more than just people. They're losing peace, clarity, confidence. They don't trust anyone because they know what they did to you and assume Everyone else is just like them. They're stuck in a cycle of suspicion, a web of their own making. What they did to you is now being done to them. And worse, they can't even admit it. The pride that led them to wrong you is the same pride that now keeps them stuck, unable to say sorry, unable to own the damage, unable to heal. And that's the real price. They can't move forward. But you did. You moved forward. You healed. You took the pain and turned it into power. You took the lesson and turned it into wisdom. You didn't let it harden you. You let it sharpen you. And now you're walking in a strength they never expected. A peace they can't disrupt. A joy they didn't think you'd recover. You turned the wound into a weapon of light. And every step you take forward is a reminder that you weren't the one who lost. They were. They lost access to your presence, to your loyalty, to your heart. They lost the version of you that would have done anything for them. And that version isn't coming back. Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Once you learn the pattern, you stop dancing with it. Once you understand your value, you no longer settle for betrayal disguised as connection. And now, while they're paying the price, you're collecting the reward. The reward of peace, of growth, of clarity. You're being aligned with people who value you, spaces that honor you, paths that elevate you. Because when you let go of what harmed you, you make room for what heals you. When you stop chasing closure from the people who wronged you, you open the door to breakthroughs that were waiting for your freedom. Let me remind you, you didn't deserve what they did. It wasn't your fault. You didn't ask for the betrayal. You didn't cause the lies. You weren't too much. You weren't not enough. You were simply in the presence of someone who didn't know how to value gold. And now they've dropped it, lost it. And no matter how far they search, no matter how many people they surround themselves with, they won't find another you. They wronged you. And now they're paying the price. Not out of punishment, but out of alignment. Because when you go against love, you go against the very fabric of truth. When you abuse light, you invite darkness. When you mishandle someone sent to elevate you, you fall. And that fall is not your burden to catch. It's their lesson to learn. Let them learn it. You're free now. That chapter is closed. You've reasoned. You've released. You've recentered. Let them pay the price. You've already paid yours. And your reward is just beginning. Because everything they tried to take from you is being restored. Everything they tried to block is now flowing. Everything they tried to ruin is being rebuilt. Stronger, wiser, higher. You're not just recovering, you're rising, you're expanding, you're advancing into spaces they never imagined you could enter. And while they're stuck, replaying what they did wrong, you're stepping into what's finally right. Their energy is stuck in the past, but yours is moving boldly into the future. They're trying to hold on to the illusion that they still have control. But the truth is, they lost their grip the moment they chose to betray you. They gambled with something sacred: your trust, your loyalty, your love. And now that it's gone, they're realizing how costly it truly was. Some lessons come with a price tag they never expected to pay. And this is one of them. You were their favor. You were their covering. You were the reason things flowed in their life without them even knowing it. But instead of honoring that, they violated it. Instead of nurturing it, they sabotaged it. And now, everything is off balance. That's what happens when you go to war with someone protected. When you cross someone covered. You don't just lose the person, you lose the protection, the grace, the blessing that came with them. They thought you were just a regular person. They didn't realize they were mishandling divine assignment. And now they're facing spiritual consequences for what they did in secret. They're paying the price in ways you'll never even see. Some of it is public, yes, but the deepest parts are personal. The spiritual unrest, the mental pressure, the emotional unraveling, the loss of peace, the loss of purpose. All of it connected to a single decision: wronging someone who never meant them harm. But what about you? What do you do now that they're paying the price? You don't need to point fingers. You don't need to announce your healing. You don't need to explain why you've distanced yourself. You simply move forward with peace, with grace, with quiet strength. Because maturity means letting karma do the talking. Maturity means trusting divine timing to settle every score. Maturity means rising so high that what tried to bring you down can't even reach you anymore. The old you might have wanted to be there when the justice hit, might have wanted to see them fall, might have wanted the apology, the explanation, the validation. But the healed you, the evolved you, you're not looking back. You've got too much ahead, too much growth, too much purpose, too much joy to entertain the energy of the past. You don't need closure from the ones who wronged you. You've created your own. You don't need revenge. You've already got restoration. And the price they're paying now, that's between them and the energy they unleashed. Here's the truth. When someone wrongs you, it's never just about what they did. It's about who they revealed themselves to be. That moment of betrayal exposed what was hidden. Their words may have been sweet. Their actions may have once seemed genuine. But the moment they crossed you, they unveiled their true nature. That's what you needed to see. And painful as it was, it freed you. It woke you up. It brought clarity. And now that you've seen them clearly, You're no longer blinded by illusions. That's a gift, a painful gift, but a powerful one. Because now you know who not to trust, who not to confide in, who not to carry into your next chapter. And for some of them, their punishment is simple: losing access to you. That's it. That's the price. Not the money, not the job, not even the exposure. The real loss is you, your presence, your prayers, your protection, your insight, your favor. And as they watch you flourish from a distance, they'll feel it, they'll see it, and they'll realize too late what they had. That's not your burden to carry. That's their weight now. But be careful, because sometimes when people start paying the price for how they treated you, they try to re-enter your life. They come with apologies, with excuses, with stories about how they've changed. And maybe some of them have. Maybe time has softened them. Maybe guilt has humbled them. Maybe they've genuinely grown. That's for your discernment to decide. But never forget the lesson. Never forget what it cost you the first time. You can forgive, but forgiveness doesn't require reconnection. Forgiveness is about freedom, not access. You don't owe anyone a second chance to hurt you. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is keep your distance and let them sit with the silence. Let them feel the weight of your absence. Let them reflect without your presence to soften the blow. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. That's boundaries. That's healing in motion. You're not the same person who was wronged. That version of you no longer exists. The betrayal transformed you. The pain refined you. You've grown in ways they can't even comprehend. You see clearer. You love smarter. You protect your peace like treasure. And you no longer invite chaos just to feel connection. You've learned to choose yourself, to honor your worth, to let go with grace. And that's why you're unstoppable now. So let them pay the price. Let the universe do what it does best. Let justice unfold without your interference. You've got better things to focus on. Your path is opening. Your blessings are multiplying. Your joy is returning. And your next chapter has no room for old drama, old pain, or old patterns. Stay aligned. Stay elevated. Stay free. They wronged you, and now they're paying the price. But you've already been paid in peace, in purpose, in power, and the best is still on the way. As we're here on the Advancing channel, I'm here chilling in nature. It's beautiful out here in nature. I want to say a special shout out to those of you who are members of this Advancing channel. Advancing luminaries like Antonicus Aurelius. I see what you're doing with your channel, my brother. Keep going. Keep advancing. Big up to every single one of you. Every subscriber. You are valued and you are appreciated. Thank you. Give the video a like for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for your support, the love, your donations. They mean a lot. May God be with you. My name is Mantius. This is the Advancing Channel, and I am saying one love, God bless, and all the best.